Psychology says the people who judge you the hardest are usually not judging you at all. They're judging a part of themselves they haven't made peace with yet. And if you've ever felt like someone's criticism didn't quite match who you actually are, this might be why. There are moments when someone's opinion of you cuts deeper than it should. You replay their words. You wonder what you did wrong. You start shrinking yourself to avoid their judgment. But here's what nobody tells you. Most judgment isn't about you at all. It's a mirror. And once you understand what it's really reflecting, it stops having power over you. Here are 7 hidden reasons people judge you, and what their judgment is actually revealing. 1. They judge what they secretly fear in themselves. When someone criticizes your confidence, your looks, or your choices, it's rarely about you. It's about a part of themselves they haven't accepted. Psychologists call this projection. The mind pushes uncomfortable feelings outward because it's easier to criticize someone else than sit with your own insecurity. So when a person calls you too much, ask yourself, too much for who? Often, it's too much for someone who feels like they're not enough. 2. They judge because your life reminds them of a choice they didn't make. Sometimes people don't judge your decision. They judge the reminder it gives them. If you left a job they're too afraid to leave, if you set a boundary they wish they could set, your life becomes a quiet mirror of their own hesitation. And instead of asking why, they criticize. It's easier to call you reckless than to admit they feel stuck. 3. They judge to feel a moment of control. Criticizing someone else gives a temporary boost, a small sense of superiority. For a few seconds, focusing on your flaws distracts them from their own. It's not really about you being wrong. It's about them needing to feel, just for a moment, a little more right. That feeling fades fast, which is often why the same people keep finding new things to judge. 4. They judge what they don't understand. Unfamiliar things feel uncomfortable to the human brain. When someone doesn't understand your path, your beliefs, or your way of living, the discomfort often comes out as criticism instead of curiosity. It's not that your choice is wrong. It's that it doesn't fit inside their picture of normal. And rather than ask questions, most people judge first. 5. They judge based on old wounds, not present facts. A lot of judgment isn't really a reaction to you. It's a reaction to someone they used to know. Maybe you remind them of a person who hurt them, or a version of themselves they're ashamed of. Their harsh words often carry old pain that has nothing to do with the moment you're actually in. 6. They judge louder when they feel invisible. People who feel unseen often try to be seen through criticism. Pointing out someone else's flaws, especially publicly, can feel like a shortcut to attention or importance. It's rarely about you doing something wrong. It's about them needing to feel noticed, even if it comes at your expense. 7. They judge to protect an identity they're afraid of losing. If your growth challenges a belief they've built their identity around, your simple existence can feel threatening to them. Supporting your choice would mean questioning their own. So instead of reflecting, they defend. And that defense often shows up as judgment. It's not really you they're protecting themselves from. It's change. Here's the part most people miss. None of these 7 reasons are actually about you. They're about fear, comparison, old pain, and identity playing out through someone else's mouth. That doesn't mean judgment never stings. It does. But once you understand where it's really coming from, it starts to lose its grip. Because here's the secret. People don't see you clearly when they judge you. They see themselves. Every harsh comment is filtered through their own fears, their own past, their own unmet needs. You are simply the mirror they happened to look into that day. This doesn't mean you should ignore every piece of feedback or stop growing. It means you get to ask a better question before you absorb someone's opinion. Is this actually true? Or is this about something inside them that has nothing to do with me? Once you start asking that question, judgment stops feeling like proof of your flaws and starts feeling like information about someone else's inner world. And that shift changes everything. You stop shrinking to avoid criticism. You stop rehearsing explanations for people who were never going to understand anyway. You start trusting your own perspective again. So, if you've been carrying someone else's judgment like it's the truth about who you are, put it down. It was never fully yours to carry. Sometimes the harshest critics aren't seeing you clearly at all. They're just seeing themselves and calling it you. Subscribe for more videos that help you understand people, protect your peace, and see yourself clearly in a world that's quick to judge.